Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. On this video, we're firing up the slow and sear Kamado. We're gonna be doing a brisket. So let's get going. All right, so we got our brisket here. This was a 15 pounder. This is just a choice. The pickings were slim out there. Ran around to a couple stores, but found one. Wasn't too bad, but I would be really picky with my briskets when I buy them. And the one thing I look at is the flat. I like a nice thick, flat all the way around. This one doesn't really have it, but it's just for dinner. So we're gonna inject this brisket, and I'm gonna be using a product from KosmoQ that I feel, my opinion, is unbelievable. Greg from Ballistic Barbecue turned me onto this, and Darian over at KosmoQ sent me over some, and I gave it a try. I actually did a big catering gig with it, and the feedback was incredible. Everybody just loved it. I loved it, and this is sort of my go-to brisket injection now. So let me show you how that's done. All right, so what I have here is some of KosmoQ's reserve blend, and we're gonna use 1/3 cup of this to 2 cups of water. And I have it in a jar here just to make it easier to put the lid on and shake it. So as you can see, I have been using this, and Cosmo, sorry man, I've been lagging on the video, but let's do it. Go ahead and get a 1/3 cup of that in there, and I am making a mess. The other product we're gonna put in there is Cosmo's Moisture Magic, and we're gonna put 2 tablespoons of this stuff in there. Go ahead and get the lid on. We'll just give this a good shake. That's it. So we'll go ahead and get our brisket back. And I am gonna find the grain of the brisket and just start injecting about every 1 inch or so. I always seem to make a mess with this stuff. It starts squirting everywhere, so as soon as I'm done, I gotta mop up real quick. So our brisket's all injected. It's pretty much ready to go. And for a rub, I like to just keep it extremely simple with just plain old salt and pepper. I think that makes the best brisket. Use whatever rub you like. I do like sometimes adding like a coffee rub, something a little sweeter. But what I found is when I make briskets for large amount of people, they just like the simple stuff, man. Just salt and pepper. It always wins them over. So I always stick with that when I'm making it for the family. And again, using a mason jar, I just do equal parts, or somewhat equal parts, of black pepper, coarse ground black pepper, and kosher salt. And I tend to make it a little bit more pepper than salt. All right, so that's about what I do. Again, I don't measure it. I just go by, it looks like about a 1-to-1, maybe slightly more pepper. Again, just get the lid on and just give it a shake. If you want to add garlic, some cayenne pepper to spice it up a little bit, onion powder, do whatever you want. I like it simple. All right, I did just go wash my hands because I did touch the beef without any gloves, and I don't want to contaminate my salt and pepper jar because I like to save that and use it for steaks or anything else I'm doing down the line. So I went and washed my hands thoroughly, and then with a clean hand, I'm just gonna sprinkle this on. All right, that's it. Nice and simple. We're gonna let this rest. I always like doing my briskets first before I light the grill. That way it gives the brisket some time to just rest a little bit, absorb some of that, that injection, get it through the fibers of that meat, make sure that rub gets set up, and let's get this on. All right, guys, so it's been exactly 8 hours and this thing just cruised along. It wasn't really any big stall, but let's take a look at it. Nice and jiggly. Internal temp is about 190 or 195, 196 over here, and about 200. We're looking at 201. And it's nice and tender. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and just wrap it in some foil, and I'm gonna either stick it in the cooler or just throw it in the oven that's not turned off, just to let it sit for an hour, get all those juices to come back in. So next scene, we'll be slicing this bad boy. So there we have it, rested for about an hour. Total cook time is about 8 hours. Put it on 9:45, 4:45, almost 5, 8 hours. Held temp around 275, got up about 280, 285 a couple times, but held steady. Just let this thing roll. Let's slice into this. Yep. This thing smells incredible. We got to try some. Let me see if I can get the fiber on this, or the way the meat grind. What am I saying? The grain. That is nice and tender. It's juicy. Let's give this a bite. Great beef flavor. That salt and pepper rub, I just love it. I mean, you can't go wrong with salt and pepper. Not over smoked. I mean, this is pretty damn good, legit brisket. So remember, guys, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you guys hit that thumbs down, man, leave a comment. Let me know why. I'm always open for criticism. I'm not a professional, nor do I claim to be. So I'll see you guys in the next round. Thanks for watching.